Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Happy Thursday. Today is the day that Jupiter rules, and Jupiter is currently retrograde in Gemini in opposition to this Mercury retrograde that I have been coming in talking about every day. So today I wanted to talk about we're having a kamikaze today. And a kamikaze is when the sun and Mercury conjunct one another. I also want to talk about, and when the sun and Mercury conjunct one another, Mercury being the mind and the sun being how we express ourselves, our personality, our identity. It's a opportunity, because I use this astrology as a map. It's an opportunity to forge a new mindset. And with Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius and the sun in Sagittarius, and they're having this kamikaze today, this is an opportunity to forge a new connection to your faith. To the power of faith within you. And here's what I'm going to say. We're going to really need it, because this political thing that's happening in our country, the world is really changing right now. And you guys have been hearing me say for years, things are changing. And America is about to really be dismantled. Like Trump is going to dismantle this system. The systems, it's not even Trump is doing it. Pluto is doing it. But Trump is the instrument of Pluto. Let's say it that way. And what will replace this sort of collective system that was harnessing all of our energies in, government and the medical system and the education system, like all of these systems will begin to dissolve. Like there are already cracks in them, but it's going to really break away. And what will replace that is your own system. Your own system will replace the existing system that is beginning to deteriorate, that will soon come undone entirely. And there is a system already in place, and it is called the cosmic system. It is the system that our ancestors have followed for millennia, forever. And we have just been in the last, 5,000 years in this sort of Western way of thinking and doing all of these organized things that are outdated now. They're just outdated now. This reality is like a game, and the game for the last 5,000 years has been the Western patriarchal mindset. That's it. That's the game we've been playing. So now there is something else that will emerge, but you must cultivate it within yourself. You must cultivate I'm sorry, one second. My aunt, stop it. Stop it, my love. Stop it. It's okay. Thank you. My cat, y'all, she just be on me. Yeah, so as this current system that we are in, hey Takoya, as the current system that exists begins to really dissolve, it's already cracking. It will really begin to be dismantled, because as we're watching, Trump is going to be placing people in cabinet positions who are going to dismantle the system. All the checks and balances are going to be gone. Like it's, the justice, everything is coming undone. And this is by divine will. This is not a mistake. This is not a mistake. I remember when I was pregnant, and I lived in Leimert Park, and I was in my kitchen, and I heard a voice come out of nowhere. Literally, it was, sometimes I'm clairaudient. I can hear, but sometimes I can't hear. So it's because my mind will be running a lot, and this voice basically screamed at me, and it said, "Everything is obsolete. And I was like, what do you mean? And this was around the time Obama was running. And it was like he was first running. So there was all this fever and all this excitement and joy, and the voice said everything is obsolete. And what do you mean obsolete? It said everything has to go. It's like rotten milk. It cannot be used in any other way. It's obsolete. And I was like, wow, okay. And so I started teaching then, like, how do we begin to grow our consciousness and our sense of self and become who we're really meant to be? Because under the system that we have been functioning in, we have been reliant on things externally to validate us. You know, we were relying on a doctor to tell us what, we're waiting on the doctor to tell us how to regulate our bodies. We're waiting on the doctors to tell us if we're sick, if we're healthy, because everything was created to keep the system going. But now that the system is dissolving, we need to function as we're really meant to function. The thing is that we didn't know that we were malfunctioning. We thought that what we were learning and doing was accurate because that's all that we've known. Like, there was not been any other choices. But now that that's going away, we must really learn how to function. And that starts with relating to yourself, So my work is to tell you the astrology, to tell you what's happening, to help you become more related to yourself. And when I say, these are the rituals, all of that is about your connection to your higher self, your connection to being able to get aligned so that you can create a reality that actually works for you and not against you. See, many of us have not functioned from sovereignty. We don't even know what it really means to be sovereign, to access sovereignty. We care about what people think about us. We are tied into other people's ideas and feelings about us. And because we are outsourcing our own validation, that's where all our power and energy is going. And the astrology helps you to understand how to bring the power and energy back to yourself, how to activate the codes within you so you can function as you're meant to, how to increase your intuition, how to increase your magnetism so that you can begin to attract, health and wholeness and wealth from within yourself, how to heal trauma, because unhealed trauma blocks your ability to magnetize the reality that you are meant to live into, that you are born to. Like, we all have purpose, we are encoded with purpose, but it's your responsibility to access that. And when we're not accessing it, it shows up as depression and sadness and fear. And, fear, there is fear present now because everything is changing and we are so new at this. So you can't be mad at yourself for experiencing fear. But there is an opportunity for us to really activate who we really are. Am I making sense? And are you feeling that the old world is coming undone? And have you been making a preparation for a new reality? And people keep thinking that this is about war, and it's not about that. This is about consciousness. My experience is that the more I shed my old ideas and my limitations, thank you, Abstract Moonchild, the more I shed my old ideas and limitations of my identity, the more I open up into consciousness and spirit just begins to move my reality through me. Everything becomes aligned because I'm relying on my connection to source and not the connection to, I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. Like, that was a real thing. When we pledged allegiance, we literally were giving our life force over. And so as we take it back, that energy begins to work on your behalf. It directs you and guides you. Like I said, the voice in my kitchen, 16 years ago or 18 years ago now said, this shit is over with. It told me this is over with. It's obsolete. It cannot be redeemed. It has to be thrown away like rotten milk. It gave me a clear directive that it was over. And here's what's coming. And here's how you will move through it. Here's how you will move through the shift. Here's how you will begin to function as a human being. You will no longer function the same way. You will no longer think the same way. You will no longer move through the world in the same way. And we have to learn what that means. We get to learn from one another. But the first part is understanding yourself. The first part is you have to master yourself, because in mastering yourself, you will discover the parts of yourself that you have not been related to. And it is a new thing. It is different. It is not what we have been experiencing. So today, the sun is conjunct Mercury in Sagittarius. And so faith, the muscle of faith, is very significant at this time, because we are doing a lot of what we're doing having never done it before, which requires faith and courage, and having to see with your inner eye and not your external eye. And you must develop a relationship with your inner eye. Like, these are the things that we're going to have to really learn how to embody. And, there are those of us who are more adept at it. Like, I'm getting good at this. But I'm here to teach other people how to do it. I'm not here to do it for you. I'm here to teach you how to do it, so that you can understand that you have to perceive your own reality, and I cannot perceive your reality for you. I just have a strong enough sense of awareness to know that the old reality is cracking, and that as I have followed astrology and study astrology, that is a tool. It's a map into the new world, into the new reality. But the new reality is birthed through you. It has to come through you. It's not gonna, and we've been trained to follow other people. So that's not what this is. That's why my work is literally always, I am coaching you back to yourself. We're going to use your chart. We're going to use your natal chart, your blueprint, so that you can, you get the language of what I'm talking about. But it's always coming back to you. It's always because nobody can do your work for you. Nobody can birth your baby for you. Nobody can save you but you. So today, this thing about faith is really important, because your faith is the key to your health and wellness, to your growth, because you have to perceive a new you. Nobody else can fucking do it. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? And if you don't do it for yourself, you will be, I guess I'm not making sense. No, I'm not making sense. Can somebody tell me if I'm making sense? If you cannot begin to govern your own self, if you cannot govern yourself, okay, thank you. If you cannot govern yourself, there will be plenty of sharky energies out here attempting to vampire your energy. There will be no shortage. Thank you. There will be no shortage of vampiric energetics that are coming to take your power if you're not using your power. Because the old reality is dying. It has no energy anymore. The old reality that is the medical system, it's dying. It has no energy any longer. So what does that look like? You know, a few years ago, maybe recently, you know, medical doctors who take an oath to help and heal were giving people drugs. You know, like, I mean, the absurdity of this, right? That people who have taken an oath to heal are now selling drugs that are doing harm and getting people addicted. This is what I'm talking about. Things that you once could trust are becoming completely untrustworthy. Every time I open the news, my app, they're like, you know, this food is contaminated and this is contaminated and this is contaminated, because all these realities are dying. So you must cultivate your own energy so you will attract through your own magnetism and consciousness the reality that is designed for you. There is a reality. The Bible says, in my Father's house there are many mansions, and I shall go and prepare one for you. There is a mansion in this reality for you. It's for you. And it's through your consciousness that you access it. And you access it by what you're focusing on, how you're talking to yourself, how you're caring for yourself. The universe is going to honor that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So today, you must have faith. You must have faith. You must develop your inner eye. You must be able to see through the perspective that is beyond your 3D eyes. You must see beyond this. You must see what people are not saying. You must hear what is not being. You must develop yourself, okay? You must, because that is the connection to your faith. Let me tell you, that Pluto right now is trining my moon and my Chiron and my Uranus, and it has been there for over a year. And when I tell you, I am a new person. I have died many, many deaths. But yeah, so you must cultivate your inner constitution, because we are about to watch this thing that has been called America come undone faster than it's gonna be like, how did that happen so fast? Because it has been cracking all along, and now it is done. It is complete. So you've got to learn how to heal yourself, right? And this is the thing. This stuff is fun and easy. Like, when you actually get related to yourself, the stuff you discover is amazing. The stuff that I have discovered about who I am and what I'm capable of is better than sex. I never thought I would say it. It is better than sex. It is the energy, the constitution within me is orgasmic. It is better than anything. It is. So, though it might feel scary, and there are things that you have to let go of and traumas that you have to heal, and you must change, and you must give yourself permission to change. The reward is greater than anything you can imagine. Oh my God. My son used to listen to the song by Chance the Rapper over and over and over and over again. And he had this song where he would say, God is the best thing that life has to offer. Something like that. God is the best. And it really is, because when you understand that God is in you, that God is not some external idea that you have to be good and you have to do that. When you get that God is, it is so, it's like, I'm telling you. And so what you will give up to gain yourself, is incredible. And I just encourage you to do it. That's the quote right there. Give yourself permission to change, because yes, It is really, it really is. It really is. So, all right, y'all. You guys, I am available for coaching. All you have to do is go check out healwithmoonmama.com. Healwithmoonmama.com. And I have coaching packages to support you. You can do, a one-time coaching session. But for those of you who are really ready and, want to understand how to deeply transform yourself and get into your sovereignty and your selfhood and your godhood, do a coaching package, because this is an incredible time to be alive, and we are on it. So faith today is about your faith in yourself and your ability to let go of that old self and be someone new. And I'm saying it right now like it's easy to say, but I'm telling y'all, like, I have been working with myself, and this is no small task, but I love it. I'm having a great time. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.